What's up, man? We got some new music out.
Hey,
Let's jump right into it, man. Talk to us about the Buttercup. Now, listen, there's a lot of Spanish words in this project. I'm not a good Spanish speaker. What's the name of the project for us? Say it.
okay, so Buttercup Sonata.
Sonata.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's not Spanish. There's some necesitamos is we need. So, like, yeah, one of the songs is in Spanish, or just the title of it. Yeah. But remember the movie Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a love album, so I just named it Buttercup Sonata. Yeah.
A love album. I see you're on the cover. You know, you're clutching the drumsticks, you're clutching the violin. What does that mean to you? Why did you take that picture and use it as the picture for the Buttercup Sonata?
Actually, I needed an album cover real quick, and my son shot it for me in his front yard.
Beautiful
So,
plants.
yeah, yeah, right in front of some plants in the front yard. I was like, his name's Adrian, and I was like, hey, I need an album cover, so I'm gonna sit in these flowers, and you're gonna just take a lot of photos. So,
Doesn't get better than that, man.
yeah,
The KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid, man.
yeah, he got to be a photographer for the first time, and maybe I should take him out to dinner or pay him for the photo. But
Yeah.
yeah, he got a photo credit for
Yeah.
it.
Or just keep giving them more opportunities. That's a good picture. You know, like that's actually a really good picture. You know, I know it was your idea to be on the greenery and whatnot, and maybe to hold the drumsticks and the violin, but it was taken expertly. I love the lighting in the picture, and I think, you know, now that you've told me it's a love song, and when I'm listening to the songs, they're very intimate, you know, so it does give that, but there's not a lot of words for you to say, like, this is love, you know. You can kind of just paint your own picture with all the instrumentation, but for you to tell us that it's a love song and for me to see the cover, it definitely fits very well. That was October 2025. Were you feeling in love then?
Um, yeah, yeah, there aren't a lot of lyrics to it at
Yeah,
all.
not at all.
Um, and the Necesitamos piece, I just say peace, and then there's overwhelming peace being sung in the background. But yeah, it was like that song I started off with. Every time I start a song off on piano, it's that really quiet, like meditation music almost, or music you'd study to, or it sounds really classical. And I mean, I think it's important that you look at your data because those piano songs, um, my data showed that people like it in Japan. So you never know what's going to happen. But the song that did the best is "You Are So Sweet." It started with guitar, and actually, the very first time I heard it, I hated it. I thought it was awful. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is awful." I'm I'm singing "You Are Sweet, You Are So Sweet" in the background. It's a love song, but I'm also saying it. So I thought it was too, I don't know, I didn't like it at all the first time I heard it. And I was like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. What am I going to do? Should I not even include it? And the weird thing is that's the song that did well on Seattle Underground Radio. And yeah, there's not lyrics in it. It's just "You Are So Sweet" and that's it. And I thought it would like last time we talked in August in the interview, it was ending credits and it sounded like music for the movie and TV and film industry. So but yeah, "You Are So Sweet" would work awesome like in a love scene, you know, two people driving in a car, riding down the highway, singing "You Are So Sweet" to each other, you know, like You are so sweet. I'm so in love with you. I can't believe you're mine. So it's just, yeah, it's a love song. So
Yeah, I see the whole project is on the love theme, and you even followed it up with the single Sweetness, right? And so, for someone who hears Sweetness for the very first time, what do you hope that they take away from that?
well, we re-recorded "You Are So Sweet." The "You Are So Sweet" on the Buttercup Sonata was acoustic, and it did well. And I was like, well, if it did well, I'm not gonna redefine the wheel and start all over. So we play in the studio. We played "You Are So Sweet," and I recorded the distorted electric guitar to it and made it into. It's definitely 90s grunge. It sounds more like 90s grunge. And then to make the song, "You Are So Sweet" was not a long song. It was, I don't even remember, like 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah,
But
2:48.
we actually, Daniel, my sound engineer, I was listening to the song. He was listening to "You Are So Sweet," playing the distorted guitar. And then to make the song longer, we stitched another few minutes onto it.
Yeah, it came out to
So
5 minutes and 21 seconds. And so why is it important to have those longer songs? You see the song was doing well. Did you just want to give the people more? Do you feel like they could handle that? I know we're in the time and age where everybody thinks they have ADHD and they can't pay attention, right? So why the long songs?
no. I mean, you can listen to a song in the first 5 or 10 seconds and somebody will turn it off. You know, if it doesn't start off good or if it starts off slow, yeah, you can lose people in the first 10 seconds. So I just wanted to make the song longer, you know, to just have more to it than just another short song.
Yeah, there's tons of those.
I like those longer songs that are 6 to 8 minutes long. You know, that just seem like they keep going. So yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of movements in your songs, and you talk about working with your engineer to extend songs. When you're extending your songs or when you're making movements for your songs, do you ever copy and paste things, or is the next part of the song always something new, always something organic? Is it ever just like let's just repeat the song again for another 2 minutes?
Yeah, it was stitched so I could record new violin
Yes.
and new guitar on it. I didn't want to, you know, try to play the song over a whole new time. I mean, the only thing I was doing is in the headphones in the recording studio, I was listening to "You Are So Sweet," but I was playing the electric guitar and the bass guitar and adding more drums while I was listening to it, because when you don't have a band, when I don't have a bass player, I don't have a drummer, I don't have a singer, you know, it's just me. Well, I mean, first of all, when I go in the recording studio, I don't even know what the song's going to end up sounding like anyway. I have no idea. So I just record, you know, the violin first or the guitar first or the piano first, and then just start stacking layers onto it. So yeah, I've never heard the music before.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's how it should be.
Yeah, the first time I ever hear it is like the rough cuts I get back from the recording studio, and it's real. I mean, it's fun. It's definitely adrenaline rush, but the part of this process that I don't like all the social media stuff and all the marketing and being on everything from TikTok, Blue Sky, Lemonade, Facebook, Triller.
Right.
I mean, at my website, growokc.com, I've got a social media account for almost every single social media. And so that's the exhausting part, and it's not a lot of fun. And the one thing that surprised me before this all started is, what part of it do you not like? And believe it or not, it was all the scams. The scams online are just unbelievable. What people deceitfully and evil think up to trick you, and everything from the editor at Rolling Stone. There's a personator, and he actually gave me his address was the real editor at Rolling Stone magazine. So I ended up I emailed the editor of Rolling Stone and said, "You talked to an impersonator. Somebody's impersonating me out there." So, and there was that. There was a lady or a man, who knows, sent me a $2,000 digital check because they were lonely and they wanted me to text them each day.
Oh yeah, that's the classic.
And,
yeah, classic.
Yeah, and they kept asking, "Did you deposit the check yet? Did you deposit the check?" And I'm like, no, I'll talk to you for free. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'll talk to you for free. And I talked to her for free for another few days, and it really bothered her. Like, well, why didn't you deposit the check? And I'm like, well, I don't need $2,000. I mean, I'll just talk to you for free, but I'll play along with your game. This is really fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of George Strait impersonators, and they ask me, have you been to one of my shows? And I'm like, I go online and look at George Strait shows and say, yeah, I was at that one, and I was in row 5. And I met you backstage, and he was like, oh yeah, I remember. And I was like, you know what? You're not George, but I'll play along with your game. This is fun.
So with all the scams out there in the industry, specifically the music and the entertainment industry, there are people out here who can't even get up themselves in order to go to the studio to record their own voice. Yet you go to the studio to record your voice plus instrumentation, hear the rough draft, etc., etc. What does motivate you to continue to do those things at this level through the scams, through all the trials and tribulations?
The recording studio is fun, but if I could take out everything, I would just not have any social media on my phone and just have a normal life. Because, when you're posting stuff, you're looking at data, you're seeing what works. Then you've got the private DMs, and, the recordings are just a lot of fun. And, you've got to keep putting out new material. So you need to go in the recording studio at least every 4 to 6 months, or people will stop listening to you on Spotify and Apple Music. If you've just got old songs out there, people aren't going to keep up with you. So if you can just keep recording, that's fine. But, I mean, the point is, how do you get people to listen to your music if you don't play live because I'm the only person in the band and I can't play violin, piano, guitar and drums at the same time? So since I don't play live, what do you do? Except just keep going back in the recording studio.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's...
I mean, I have friends that are musicians, and we're playing Friday and Saturday night here and here, and people come to watch them. Yeah, but what do you do? Yeah, what do you do when you don't have a band?
Yeah, I know. And it's crazy because we look at social media like the answer, but it's like a blessing and a curse, right? Because you can be on social media your entire life, work as hard as you think you need to get there, and you couldn't make it because the algorithm's just set up to keep you suppressed, or to keep the bigger people on top, right? And so when we think about this modern game of music that we're playing, what is the goal for Kyle Upchurch and his music?
Um, I just like to keep going back in the recording studio.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I don't really think I have time for a band at 51 years old, or I don't think I have time to play shows or go out of town. I just don't think I do. Let's see, the last time we talked, it was in August. I remember we talked a lot about the Oklahoma City Thunder because they just won the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in Oklahoma City, I don't have to go more than 20 miles to do every possible thing, in life. It's not like you have to, go to LA or New York City to record an album or to take photographs for your album cover. You can do Oklahoma City is amazing. I love Oklahoma City, and I've lived here my whole life. But I mean, the future is just tons and tons. Continue to do new albums. I put another EP out yesterday on YouTube. So I think you just gotta keep putting content out there, and you can't let your social media, all the social media you're on, you can't let it go stale. You've gotta take photographs, include it with your songs. You've got to do reels. It's just keeping up with all the data. And, if you've got like 10 or 15 social medias on your phone and you're switching back and forth and you're doing this all day long, it gets really old,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll put stuff on social media and like load 15 platforms on my phone and do that for a week. And then I'm like, my life's, I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah.
And I'll delete it all off my phone, all the apps, and take a break for a few weeks. So, I mean, there's some people that consistently do the social media part really well.
I try to.
I really think it affects my mental health.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah, no.
It does not, it doesn't make me happy.
No, I agree. I think that's somewhere where, you follow me on Instagram. You see how the things are there. I do really try to post every day. I'm not recording every single day. I might record it all on Saturday and post it throughout the week. It just may seem like I'm active every day, but I may just only be hitting the post button, So I may have done it all on Saturday.
Yeah, I see your videos. You've got a lot of new videos each week, and that's what you've got to do. That's good. It's new. It's new content. And the thing is, I don't think published writers get this kind of flack on their social media. I don't think like oil painters are getting the scams, or
right.
I just think there's something about music or being a musician, and it's really, I don't even know how to describe it because I'm on the other side of the screen doing the music. But before I ever recorded anything, it's like if you were a musician on Apple Music or Spotify, that's cool. You're obviously, you're not just somebody on YouTube in your bedroom.
Yeah.
You're actually publishing music, and as all the music you've done, someday when you pass away, that's each download and everything, that's just going to go to your descendants and your family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, Yeah, it's definitely like legacy publishing. Um, but yeah, I think publishing music is way better than. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying if you write books, that's not good, but the problem is people aren't really reading books. I
Right.
mean, you can turn it to Audible so they can listen to it, but there's not that allure with writers. Or I don't know, if you're like an actor, I guess people want selfies of you all the time, but there's something about music, I know,
Yeah.
and yeah, music's just so spiritual and music's everywhere and people, I mean, music's amazing, but yeah, it's just different
Yeah, I've definitely been
actually
on
recording.
I've been on both sides, 100%. I'm an artist. I've also been an engineer for Sony, or not an engineer for Sony, but an A&R for Sony Music. I've been an engineer for over
Yeah.
300 artists. I've been a producer for hundreds of artists. I've interviewed 100 artists, things like that, right? And so, I know this, we got a lot of questions for you, and we did the other interview before, and we asked you a ton of questions. I know you had some questions for me. And so, were there any that you wanted to get off your chest now? We got about maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes left chilling in here. So, before I get deeper into some of my questions, did you have any?
I just think your tech stuff is amazing. So, you know, putting all your videos together and like we're on a split screen right now. Where did you learn? Like, do you have a do you have a tech background, or how did you learn how to do all this stuff?
Yeah, and so I started off as a kid playing Nintendo 64, like many kids, right? And then when I was
Yeah.
in middle school, I had a Wii, a Nintendo Wii, and YouTube was
Yeah.
getting really popular, or had already been pretty popular around that time, but it got popular for everybody to start just making a YouTube channel and doing stuff. So me and my middle
Right.
school friends during that time wanted to be YouTube gamers. And so to do
Right.
that, you had to know how to edit videos. You had to know how to do all these things. And so, just like everybody else, I went on YouTube University as a 14-year-old and I looked up how to make Call of Duty montage videos. And in those videos, believe it or not, making a Call of Duty montage video will teach you the technical editing skills of some of the greatest, editing directors in Hollywood, because it's just like the gamers, they want crack when it comes to their videos, when it comes to their content. They want like high energy, high edits, professional crack, right? And so you really had to make really, really good edits as a 16-year-old playing Call of Duty. And no one watched it, and it didn't matter back then, but it did teach me a lot. I did learn a lot about how to use industry standard programs like Sony Vegas Pro, et cetera, et cetera. These are video editing programs. And so through, just doing it all myself in YouTube University is how I learned how to do absolutely everything.
Yeah, like on Discord, I watch the gamers and their tech and their video, and like, oh my gosh, hundreds of thousands of people are watching them, as they play. And I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. It's really cool, but no, I don't have the tech background. So I just started playing piano and instruments at 5 years old. So I just know the instrument stuff. But
Oh
no,
man,
I don't
but
even
I
know.
would love to play
Yeah.
piano, man. Like I was in a band from elementary school until I graduated, even to symphonic
What
band.
instrument did you play?
I played percussion, but I always like
Oh,
when you're in band and the band teacher's like, "Okay, who wants to play the mallets?" And you're like, "No." You know what I mean? Like everyone's rushing to the bass drum, but in reality, I should have been rushing to the mallet every single day in order to learn the piano scales, right? And that would have benefited me greatly. And so it's just like that, man. The way I know how to do the technical stuff, you know how to play all these instruments. And I would love to learn how to do that, and you would love to learn how to do this. And that's just how it is.
yeah. If I had the tech experience, I'd have my own studio at home, and I'd just like put out an album a month.
That's what I've got. I've got a studio at home. Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome if I could do it all myself.
You
But
can.
no, that boat has passed. No. No.
YouTube is, I'm telling you right now, with YouTube's help, you can learn how to record yourself in less than a year. Guaranteed.
You think?
No, not I think. It's guaranteed. Those videos you can pause, rewind. And so if you want to make a song tonight, you have, it's not like a teacher who just talks and then the lesson's over.
Right.
You can rewind it and pause it. And I'm not ready for that next step. Let me go review that first step 6 times. You can do that. And so like, yeah, no, it's possible, man. It's YouTube University is amazing. You can literally look up anything on there and somebody is going to teach you how to do it. Guaranteed.
I feel like I'd have to like go to a VOTech school for a year, sit in a class. I don't. I mean, I would I would like to do it, but I think it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll have some time or turn it into a hobby, learn how to do the tech stuff. But
yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like with the piano. You can know all those scales, but if you don't have any rhythm, you're screwed, right? The thing with making your own music at home is you could know how to use FL Studio. You could know all the scales and all the plugins. You can know how to use Pro Tools. But if you don't have a basic understanding of like how to navigate a computer, like how to find, you know what I mean? Like that's the same thing. You have to have the basic understanding in order to progress to a master level. And so, yeah, that might be where, because like learning how to use a computer, that took 10 years, you know? Learning how to make a beat, record myself, maybe took a couple months. That's nothing. That's easy. But you have to know how to use a computer so that stuff is easier to learn, you know? So, yeah, I see how that could be something where you may not have time for it. But, hey, man, I'm here. I'll help you out.
And basically, it's how do you edit, mix, and master so you can put it on DistroKid.
No, that's
basically that's it.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, I can plug in a microphone, sure, but you know, the mastering.
Yeah.
How do you just that?
Yeah.
So
no,
anyway,
I think you know I would 100% encourage you to learn it because it will only make the rest of the time you have even more fun. If you're recording your own music, if you're doing this all at home, I know how it can be to have to pay for a studio session, to be on a time limit, to travel there, to have to, maybe your engineer gets fired from the studio. It's like, oh no, now I gotta, no. Be your own engineer, make your own music. It's gonna make it so much more intimate and fun for you. I highly suggest that you do it, and I will help. And any questions that you have with it, you just ask me and let me know, and I'll help you. Every single Sunday, we are here at my house, and I have like 8 to 10 people from my city, and they come over and we record music every single Sunday. I just dropped an album on Even where I gave people a ticket to join those studio Sundays, right? And so every Sunday, anybody who bought my album can join the studio Sunday with us. That may be a place where you need to come and just sit in and chill with us so that you can see us make a song from scratch and master it. Because we do that type of stuff, right? Like at the end of the night, we're just sitting there playing with the EQ, you know, that type of stuff. So yeah, man, I do think that it's possible.
I wish you lived like on my street.
Yeah, right.
I wish you lived in my neighborhood.
Right.
I'd come over every Sunday for that.
No, so much fun. Yeah, no, it's great. But yeah, man, I'm very excited for the projects that you've dropped. I listened to them, and I'm happy that they're longer songs. When I was listening to them, after the first 30 seconds, I go, oh, there's no words in here. These are like instrumental tracks. Great. And so I like got into the mode. I sit back, I relax. Cool, I'm listening. Really, really enjoyed the music. I can't wait for the next songs, man. So what's next for you after Sweetness?
The next EP is called Love Songs for Lovebirds.
Ooh, he's going deeper into the love bag.
Yeah, it's talking about love, and it's talking about God too. Mm-hmm. So it's like singing a song to someone you love and singing to God too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna try to put more lyrics to it. That's, I don't. I mean, singer and songwriters. There's some that are, really balanced. They're great at instruments and they're great at lyrics, but the instrument parts, I don't have a problem with.
Mm-hmm.
It's writing the words and writing the lyrics and, getting the lyrics to, just to go in with the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you need to rhyme all the time?
No.
Or, you really don't.
No,
but
you
it's
don't.
hard to.
I think it's like
the
this.
Lyrics.
For lyrics, for me with rhyming, if I'm not gonna rhyme, it's because what I need to say to convey this story is so profound, it's not a rhyming word. You know what I mean? If I say, I just walked up the street to the store, oh my God, there's dirt on the floor, somebody's trying to touch my decor, I might need some liqueur, but I might just go get a Coke. I didn't rhyme Coke because I might just go get a Coke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need the Coke to go with my liquor. I had to say Coke. You have to know that I'm going to get this Coke to go with my liquor. So I'm done rhyming. I'm trying to tell you something now. You know what I mean? I rhymed a little bit cool. Now I'm trying to actually convey a message to you that may not work with rhymes. So I'm just going to say it to you. And then we'll get back to rhyming after that.
Like getting the words to dance around the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll have more lyrics. I'd really like to sing a story.
That's what it's all about. It makes it easier.
There's something about like country music or hip hop where they're actually telling a story. That's awesome. But, the lyric part is something I've struggled with. So.
No, it's going to be amazing, and we're all here to help. I'm so glad that we were able to, come back and do this second interview, because I feel like we had a lot more conversation about like what we're doing personally and what we're looking to do next, and it turns out there's space where we can help each other a lot. And so I'll definitely message you about some of those things, including mixing and mastering, as well as, writing lyrics. I do those things all the time. So if you need help with those things, it's done. It's nothing.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think our interview in August, I was wearing some Bluetooth headphones, and when you watch the video, you'd ask me a question, and I'd sit there for about 3 or 4 seconds. Well, it's because where I was at in that apartment, I didn't have fiber internet. I had a slower speed.
The copper, yeah.
So I'd sit there for 3 seconds, and I wouldn't hear what you were saying until 3 seconds later. So it looked like I was sitting there trying to think about what you were saying.
I remember when we first did the interview, I was like, no, it was because I was like, wow. I was like, man, it's taking them a little bit in order to hear me and really think about these questions.
Oh, it looked like I was brain dead. Like it took me
I wasn't going to say it. I didn't want. Oh, man.
I've got these cheap ones on right now, so now I can hear you exactly when you're saying it and not 3 seconds later. So
that's the beauty in the wire, right? The beauty in the wire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get off Bluetooth. Yeah, do the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Kyle UPCHURCH in the building. Kyle, is there anyone you want to shout out or anything you want to tell us about before we get out of here?
Shout out to my kids, Gavin and Adrian, and my mom and dad, and my girlfriend Kelly. So and shout out to God, glory to him, and just thanks. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yo, Cal, it's been absolutely amazing. Don't tell anyone. I like this interview better than the last one. I'll be sure to send it all to you and get it posted immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's no 3-second delay, and I'm sitting there like I'm brain dead trying to figure out what you're saying. So this one will be better.
Good, good, good. It's been amazing, Kyle. I'm gonna go get some water because I forgot to bring some with me, and I've been parched this entire time. But we will talk more about the music later. All right, and have a great night, man.
Okay.
See ya.
Hey, you too. Talk to you later. All right, bye.